Welcome to Purpose Unlocked, the podcast where dreamers, doers, and changemakers like you break free from the ordinary and build legacies that matter. I'm Christy Smith, business coach, author of The Intuitive Entrepreneur, and your guide to unlocking the purpose-driven life and business you were born for. If you've ever felt like you were meant for more impact, more purpose, more freedom, then you're in the right place. Each week, we dive deep into the mindset, strategies, and real-world stories of purpose-driven entrepreneurs, creatives, and visionaries who refuse to settle. It's time to break the rules, challenge the status quo, and turn your vision into reality. So are you ready? Let's do this. Today's episode is for every entrepreneur, leader, and changemaker who's ever whispered, "I just want more balance," while staring at a packed calendar, unfinished to-do list, and a cold cup of coffee that was hot 3 hours ago. Let me say this loud and clear. Work-life harmony isn't just a fantasy. It's a leadership decision. It's not just a dream, it's a choice, a design, and a practice. And yes, it's 100% possible for you. So let's start by debunking a big lie. Balance doesn't mean a 50-50 split every day. It doesn't mean you're crushing business goals and doing yoga and making homemade meals and reading to your kids and meditating at sunrise and everything else. That's not harmony. That's performance. Real work-life harmony? It's fluid. It's personal. It's built around seasons, not standards. It's saying what needs more of me right now and what can I lovingly release. The first step to creating harmony is asking the hard, honest questions. Am I building a life that reflects my values? Or am I just checking boxes? Does my schedule reflect what matters most to me? Where am I outsourcing joy to someday? I know, these questions hit. But this is where your power lives, in the pause, in the inventory, in the truth. Because you can't build harmony on top of hustle-fueled chaos. You build it with clarity, courage, and conscious choice. So let's talk tangible, because I'm not just here to inspire you, I'm here to equip you. So here's 5 harmony habits I live by and I coach my clients through. Number 1 is to design your week around energy, not just tasks. Protect your high energy times for creative work. Batch your calls, schedule rest like revenue depends on it, because it does. Number 2, set non-negotiables that nourish you. These could be things like morning walks, family dinners, movement, journaling. Just choose 1 to 2 things that you don't cancel. Even when it's busy, these are in pen, permanent marker, they're on your calendar, you're not canceling. Number 3 is create white space on purpose. If your calendar is wall to wall, you've left no room for alignment, reflection, or magic. Block time that's just blank. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself get that creative spark, that creative juice. Just let yourself recharge. Number 4, communicate your capacity. Harmony requires boundaries. Be honest with your clients, your team, and your loved ones. People respect what you respect. Number 5, check in weekly, not just quarterly. Ask yourself, what felt good this week? What drained me? What do I need more of next week? This is how harmony becomes a rhythm, not just a wish. And here's the heart of it, friends. You didn't start your business to become a prisoner to it. You're building for freedom, impact, joy, and legacy. And your legacy won't be measured by how much you built, but how whole you felt while building it. You get to have both, a thriving business and time to rest, big dreams and deep relationships, momentum and meaning. It's not an either or, it's a both and that's by design. If today's episode hit home, here's your invitation. Take 15 minutes today to design your version of harmony. Look at your schedule. Look at your life. What needs to shift? Even just 5%, so it feels more like you. And put everything out there, you guys. Date nights with your significant other, things that you need to do with the kids. If you know that there's an activity coming up, block off travel time. That's a big one that sometimes gets missed if you're having to go somewhere or take the kids somewhere. You know, I'm a person who I like to be in and out of the grocery store in 30 minutes or less, but I still have to drive to the grocery store and I still have to drive home and I still have to unpack the groceries and put them away and do all of that stuff with that chore, right? So block off that time if you're going to be the one that's doing that chore. And just look at it from that perspective. There's times when my husband, he generally works 60 hours a week. He's working 6 days a week. And so, I know that ahead of time when I'm looking at my schedule, because that's the season that we're in, things just kind of shift around. There will be times when I'm super busy and then other things shift around when it comes to chores or responsibilities. And look at those seasons. Are you in a back to school season? Are you in a, oh my God, the holidays are here season? Is it, spring break coming up? Is there a vacation coming up? Like everything happens in these kind of like cyclical times. It's not everything is happening at once. There's always something happening. So what are those cyclical times? And take those into consideration when you are looking at your version of harmony. I know so many people out there talk about like plan your ideal day. And you know what? That's wonderful. But my ideal day today is going to look different than what it will look like when I'm in a launch season or when I have courses or when I'm in a writing season. And so you can have this vision, but don't lock yourself in that is the vision that it's going to be every single day for now until whenever, right? Like forever. So just look at all of those different things that are happening in your life. People who are in the retail space, if that happens to be you, right now is back to school. So you might be busy. Then the holidays come through and then you've got inventory and like there's a cyclical plan to your entire what's going on in your industry. So take those types of things into consideration when you are designing your version of harmony. All right, you guys, thank you for being here, for being bold enough to build something beautiful and brave enough to do it without burning out. Remember that's key, right? So this is a wrap on this episode of Purpose Unlocked, but your journey is just beginning. Take those 15 minutes. Design your version of harmony. If today's conversation sparks something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, tag me, and let's keep this movement growing. For more insights, tools, and resources to fuel your purpose-driven journey, grab a copy of my book, The Intuitive Entrepreneur, at christysmithcoaching.com/book-intuitive. And if you're ready to take your vision to the next level, let's connect. Follow me on social media, subscribe to the channel, and join the community of rebels, dreamers, and impact makers just like you. Until next time, keep challenging the norm, trusting your intuition, and building the legacy you were born for. Let's unlock purpose together.